Now, the first witness to testify against Bishop Stephen Zondo in the North Gauteng High Court today has taken the stand. The victim alleged she was raped by the leader of Rivers of Living Water Ministries while she was still a minor. The under-fire bishop has pleaded not guilty to 10 counts of rape. Reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones has been following the proceedings at the High Court in Pretoria and joins us for an update. So, Pule, this is a really shocking case. This first witness, tell us a little bit more about her and what she had to say.
Well, you know, Sally, these were some of the details that were revealed during the trial case today, where the witness actually detailed how around 1980 to 1981, not quite precise about the date, but she said just around those years where she was allegedly raped by a Bishop Stephen Zondo. She was a minor at that time. She said that Mr. Zondo is her paternal uncle as well. But she also described how she was then called into a house where Zondo said she should he asked her to wash his socks, and there onwards that was not the deal that actually transpired inside the house. When everyone had left the home, he then called her into a room where he then allegedly raped her. And while she was actually testifying, she actually broke into tears, Sally, describing some of those dreadful events that had taken place around those years. And the state prosecutor basically examining her just to get more answers as to what could have led to that. But while that's the case, this has also now caused outrage publicly. We know that the civic organizations who have been following this case since it was being heard through the CRL Commission have now asked for, you know, the relief of Zondo of his duties as a bishop at his church. They are asking that he should not continue pending the outcome of this criminal case, which they say has been ongoing for quite some time. And we spoke to them earlier on, and they really had a lot to say about these proceedings that have been going on for a while as well.
The witness, I know her because we've walked this journey with her from the CRL Commission. And in fact, most of the witnesses that are here, we've walked the journey from CRL Commission. So seeing Bishop for the first time, I see him live saying he pleads not guilty to any of these charges. Well, it's his human right to plead how he chooses. At the end of the day, Lady Justice, the law will do what is meant to be done so that justice is not denied at the end of the day. We cannot say he's guilty as yet. We can't just say, yes, he's guilty. We leave it to the law because we choose, as Gwanele Foundation, we choose to trust the law. We choose to trust our legal experts that justice will not be denied. We are just happy that victims are finally have a voice. They finally have the voice, and they're owning their truth and they're owning their narratives, that they're able to stand up and speak up against the abuse within churches and the religious sector, because what we've known is that most people tend to shy away from the abuse within religious sectors. And moreover, it's countdown towards 16 days of activism. So this for us is a big hooray, because 16 days of activism is coming up, and we say it shouldn't just be 16 days of activism, it must be 365 days of activism. But this case is just one that is saying, we say as Gwanele Foundation, your voice is valid.
It's astonishing. So you're telling me that Bishop Stephen Zondo is still delivering sermons, even though he's been charged with 10 counts of rape?
Right, and that's why, Sally, he's pleaded not guilty. You know, Sally, you'd actually follow these types of, issues when you look at the likes of President Paul Kagame, where he says in his country churches should actually be regulated. And we've been following the stories where we've seen the likes of now accused as well as incarcerated Pastor Omotosho. We saw with the likes of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. And this is what we're continuing to see, where there are allegations against bishop and, of course, priests in terms of church congregants coming forward saying they were allegedly raped. And as it is right now, civic organizations are saying he should actually be relieved of his duties for now, pending the court case outcome. But very importantly, Sally, what we also understand here is that his defense is quite confident that they have a very strong case against, the state. In fact, they will be now going into the dock tomorrow, also cross-examining a state witness number one, and they are saying that they're of the view that some of these charges have been fabricated. In fact, they had been calling for some of the transcripts clips that were being sent through the CRL Commission to be sent to them. But that couldn't be the case. The state said they were only relying on SAPS affidavits. So tomorrow will be quite interesting as to how it unfolds. We spoke to legal representative, Mr. Jeffrey, who's representing Stephen Bishop Zondo earlier on, and he had quite a comprehensive statement to say about this matter.
We've always maintained that we are not guilty of any of these allegations that have been made against us. When I say us, I mean my client. So we are happy that now the matter has started, even though we have some delays in the morning. As we can see, the victims refused to testify. They wanted to testify in camera. Surprisingly, they went to CRL Commission all over the media where they are happy to show their faces. Now the chickens come home to be roasted. Now they say they don't want to be seen. But look, I cannot comment further on the merits as the matter now is pending. But we are happy now. We are back to court and we are ready.
All right, so Bishop Stephen Zondo's legal team there. And of course, he is pleading not guilty, saying that they are fabricated charges. But we'll hear more tomorrow. And thank you for that update, eNCA reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones.